I'm just doing a quick podcast because I wanted to report that this evening on August 14th, 2023, first time in history, ex-President Donald Trump indicted in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, RICO charges, heading a corrupt organization, and many co-conspirators were listed on the indictment with Trump. I think they had 19 other people. The indictment itself was 90 pages, and there were 41 charges, not all of which are against Donald Trump. Some of them are just against the co-conspirators. Donald Trump called up the governor of Georgia and said, look, I just need 11,780 votes for me to win the election. Governor very smartly, he has ethics, he has standards, he's honest, he's not a liar like Trump. He said, I'm not getting involved in this. He didn't say it that way, but that was the basic result. I'm not getting involved in this, but Trump can sue. Trump sued and sued and sued, and every time the results came out, when they recounted and double-checked and triple-checked and quadruple-checked and on, he kept saying there was no problem with the election. He lost. Trump kept saying he didn't lose. That was his thing. He kept saying he didn't lose. Well, now he's been indicted under a RICO case, which is made for gangs. And in Georgia, it was done partially, these RICO standards, because they were not allowing blacks to vote. They were trying to have elections and keeping blacks out of the polling places. So, how ironic that Trump would come in and again try to cut out 11,780 black votes in order for him to win the election. He fell right into the Georgia RICO standards for being a RICO case. Again, they had 19 other people in this case, and we'll see how it goes. Now, for years, people came out of prison. They didn't know whether or not they were allowed to vote or not. Most of them knew and understood. But every once in a while, someone got out of prison, became passionate about an election, and said they were going to vote. So they would go in and vote. And I guess they felt one vote, no one's going to know, and so forth. But the state would catch them and say, you voted. They would indict them, take them to trial, find them guilty, and give them 5 years. 5 years for a vote. And that vote didn't change any election. It had no meaning on what she did. She didn't change who was going to win the election. You know, the way the counties and districts are set up, they're gerrymandered. Her vote, his vote, wouldn't have done anything as a single vote. But when someone comes in with 11,780 votes, that's changing the election. That's discounting 11,780 people who drugged themselves out of their house, raced out of work, drove their car, or whatever they had to do to get their vote in, and now somebody wants to say, no, your vote doesn't count. My vote's going to be superior to yours, and my 11,780 are going to cancel your votes out. and I'm going to declare myself the winner, and you guys go home. Forget about it. Well, Georgia RICO standard said you can't prohibit people from voicing their decision via a vote. And so he's under the RICO standards. We all heard it. We all saw it. We were all there when Trump committed this crime, and it's played over and over again in the media. So there's no question he did it. There's no question he'll be found guilty of at least one. But, it goes even further. And some of the other charges that are enumerated in this list of 41 are other things that we observed through the media. We were right there. This is historic. There's never been a president as bad as Donald Trump that we know of. Of course, we have great media, we have computers, we have all kinds of ways to communicate. So, who knows what happened back when, John Adams, Buchanan, other people were doing their deals. But for Trump, we have it all documented. Various types of media has it all documented. So there's no question he'll be found guilty of at least one, even if the jury's biased. I mean, they would have to be crazy, and they would have to be, held to be a invalid jury to find absolutely no guilt on Trump, because we've seen it. We saw it. It's like somebody standing in front of you and one person shooting another. And then he comes out and lies and says he's not guilty. He didn't shoot that person, even though we all saw it. They can go to court. They can say they didn't do it. But once all these witnesses come out and say, yeah, I saw it, well, that's just a statement of what we experienced. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to say the indictment has come out. So he is indicted in 4 major cases, some federal. This one is state, and we'll see how it goes. The thing about the state case is that even if Trump wins as president, he cannot get out of this case. And the people who are listed as co-conspirators cannot be pardoned and excused from any criminal penalties they may get. So Donald's hands will not be able to free these people, and this case will go on. This is the one case that Donald hated the most because it was a state case and not a federal case. The federal case, Donald felt, well, if he got to be president, he could just, threaten all the lawyers and get rid of the Justice Department employees and intimidate them and, do all kinds of things to get everyone out and pardon everybody. But can't do that with the Georgia state case. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this case goes really quickly because we saw it. There's no reason to really ponder around, but it is 90 pages, so it takes a while to read and discuss. But I hope it goes really fast so we can get a decision as to what exactly Trump is going to be sentenced to as the result of his actions. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great night. See you later. Bye.